And I'm going to start with a report that you might did not really hear, even on alternative media in past days. News is that there was an attempt to assassinate a former Russian defense minister and current secretary of the Security Council, Shoigu, Sergei Shoigu. And this attempt was prevented, of course. Russian security services did their job, but information itself is definitely one that deserves attention because Kiev regime, we all understand that Kiev regime could not pull out this kind of assassination attempts without direct assistance from NATO secret services. First of all, British secret services. I blame London for this attempt on life of former Russian defense minister and current secretary of the Security Council. Let me give you some details. A group of saboteurs, terrorists basically, acting on an assignment from Ukrainian secret services, has plotted an attempt to assassinate Secretary of the Russian Security Council, Sergei Shoigu. The Moskovsky Komsomolets newspaper reported, and their TASS is sharing this report from Moskovsky Komsomolets. The attempted assassination was intended to occur when Shoigu will visit his relative's grave at the Moscow Troikurovskaya cemetery. 3 individuals were detained by Russian security services. According to reports that I read, a plan of Kiev regime and its British allies was to plant not just explosive device, but also video camera that was a stream the area, video footage of area, and once Shoigu would arrive on a grave of his relatives, Kiev regime will detonate explosive, killing. That's what their intent was, to kill Shoigu and whoever would be, together with him. Yet again, even though Russian security services pointed at the Kiev regime, I, on my part, blame London for this. I'm 100% convinced, 110 million% convinced, by the way, that this and many other assassination attempts, and in some cases even successful assassinations on Russian territory, was conducted with the active involvement of British secret services, not just Kiev regime's SBU or main intelligence directorate and their assets. Let's see how Moscow will respond on this development, if there will be any response whatsoever in terms of retaliation against the British terrorist regime. Of course, I will follow their developments, and if any update on that, I will share additional information with you. But this is very serious stuff. This is very serious stuff that is happening. Level of impunity with which globalists, and among globalists, of course, main driving force, most powerful force is a British aristocracy, British political class, and all the secret services that they are operating with. They get too emboldened. They get too emboldened, especially after they targeted the Russian nuclear triad. And seems like there is no red line that they would not cross. Literally, there is no red line. There is no crime that they would refuse to commit. British terrorist regime, globalists, and their allies, including their proxy regime in Kiev, of course. And unfortunately, this will continue until Russia will retaliate on globalists. Right? Any Russian retaliations on Kiev-controlled territory and against Kiev regime don't really bring any pain to enemies of Russia that are pulling the strings, that is globalists, neocons, NATO leadership, basically, NATO member states leadership, their security services, their militaries, right? And therefore, no one should expect any decrease in terrorist activity against Russia by NATO member states, first of all, UK and US, of course, until Russia will retaliate directly against these NATO member states, their militaries, their security services, their military industrial complex, their military capabilities, and their political class. It's that simple, man. You don't have to be genius of modern times to understand that until Western elites will feel the pain, they're not gonna stop. Correct? In case you like my work and want to support, let me tell you that under this video in description box and in the pinned comment, you can find links to PayPal and Boosty platforms that you can use to donate to this project. You can find there also a link to my Patreon page. Please follow me there if you can. And there is a crypto option also. Thank you.